Reddit. What is the strangest thing you have a guy for? I have a mushroom guy. Not like psychedelic mushrooms, but some rare high quality food grade mushrooms. I want to be a mushroom slinger when I grow up. I have a fat guy. If I need to get fat I call up the fat guy and I get some. He did breast reductions, tummy tucks and such. Fat has lots of stem cells. I used to have a brain guy. I do medical research. I had no idea where this was going after the first sentence. I've got a pineapple guy. Gets me the good stuff. Variously called the Sugarloaf pineapple, white pineapple, Kona Sugarloaf, Kona white, etc. It's a pineapple that is sweeter and, crucially, has significantly lower acidity, so it doesn't hurt your mouth or tongue if you eat too much of it. It's good to have a pineapple guy. Fun fact, it's not the acid that hurts your mouth. It's an enzyme called bromelain that literally breaks down meat proteins. Your mouth hurts because the pineapple is literally digesting you as you're eating it. I always appreciate and respect any food that tries to eat me right back. I have a salsa lady. She's been winning awards for it since before I was born. Food or dance? The food. LOL. Fantastic flavor. Balanced without too much acid or salt. Best salsa I've ever had. And I'm painfully picky about food. How can we try this salsa? A chicken guy. His business cards say chicken rescue on them. Pretty sure he's also some type of mobster. Sounds like a confidence cluckster. Spare computer monitors. They aren't the best quality, but if I ever have a friend or family member that needs a spare computer monitor, I call him up and get one from him, thus making me the computer monitor guy for several other people. It's computer monitor guys all the way down. I sell monitors, but you see I also run a monitor recycling business as well. I'm playing both sides. That way I always come out on top. I've got a serious egg guy. It's a 14-year-old kid that lives just outside of my city. His dad wanted to teach him about budgets and business, so he bought him a few chickens and the kid used his allowance to buy food and a chicken coop. Now he has to take care of them, pay for feed, and collect and sell eggs for profit that goes back into upkeep and food. And he's making a killing selling below market value to a dozen for farm fresh eggs. He sells to his entire school and church. He's grown his operation to be massive and has hired on a couple friends part-time to help. Did I says he's 14 years old. I have a sloth guy. 3 separate family events over the last 15 years. I've called my guy and he's brought a sloth to the party. Edited to reassure people. He runs a Rasta certified wild animal rescue and has his sloth for close to 20 years. He takes extraordinary care of all of his animals. The sloth is not a performing animal no one gets to approach, handle, or pet it. He simply brings it for a short period of time so that people can see it, and he discusses its life, behavior, and care. He does phenomenal work to protect and preserve wildlife. Many of his animals came to him after being purchased by people who wanted an exotic pet they quickly realized they could not care for. I need to get in contact with this man immediately please. Just know he might be a little slow to respond. I used to have a pie guy. He would come around to my shop and all the shops and businesses in the area had savory Cajun pies and sweet pies. He had a few regular choices on hand all times and also took custom orders. The toffee pies were incredible. You've just enlightened me to a new range of foods I must try. I love toffee. I love pie. I love savory pies. A guy that I buy seasoned chicken wings from. He runs a shawarma shop and he makes wings with the same spices. Holy smokes are they good. Slightly to crazily outdated AV equipment. All high-end stuff. No dude does light AV work for rich folks. Not like home movie theater stuff. Just high-end TVS, surround systems etc. The old stuff has to go away when they want the newest gadget. I've got a clam guy. He gets fresh clams in the morning then walks around town with a cooler on a cart and sells them door to door. I got him business cards for Christmas one year and he made me write Clam Master on them. He's a character. Edit to add some more info. He does deliver door to door. He'll sometimes sell the majority of his haul to a seafood restaurant near me. but he'll usually hold back a few dozen for me. First time I met him probably 7 or 8 years ago, he was carrying clams in a 5-gallon bucket walking my block. He asked if I wanted to buy some clams, and I said yes, and we've been friends ever since. He later started coming around with a big cooler on a cart and even had a moped with a tiny trailer for a little while. He doesn't deliver on demand, but he reliably comes by once or twice a week during clam season. Always fresh caught that morning. Your clam guy comes to you. I have to go to both of my clam guys. In their defense, I'm usually at the bushel level. I buy oysters by the bushel and my guy comes to me. It's actually a pretty cool gig he has. The county wanted to improve the water quality in our local bay, so they started a program where they'd give basically everything but the boat an oyster farmer would need to start raising oysters. He had a boat, so he figured why not. It started out as a side project, but by the time it was time to harvest, he had so many oysters that he started selling wholesale to restaurants and fish markets. Now he and his wife sell oysters to restaurants and fish markets full time, and the county still pays for nearly all of their expenses. No doubt for a total cost that's cheaper than cleaning the local water bodies in some other way. With bonus oysters, literally everyone wins here, except the oysters. I have a mattress gal. She runs a high-end mattress shop and is supposed to dispose of any returned mattresses. I take care of disposal by showing up at the customer's place, bringing the disposal mattresses around to any friends or family in need of a mattress upgrade. I got a sweet 4000 king bed for free and hauling it because it was a return. Ducking. Yes, I worked for a junk removal company for a couple years, and we had a contract with some furniture companies in the area. If a rich person bought something but didn't like it, we were supposed to return it. But these places didn't actually want used pieces of furniture back, so we were supposed to put it in the dump. Well, we were already paid to pick it up, and putting things in the dump costs money, so if anybody asked if they could take this piece of furniture into their own house, the answer was always yes. Furnished my entire house and parts of friends' houses in my early 20s this way. I worked at a furniture delivery firm for a while, mostly hauling sofas to rich people. They always wanted us to bring the old sofa with us, and we could take what we wanted. The most ridiculous thing was when a customer ordered a new 4000 sofa. They lived in a penthouse without elevator, and when at last we reached their floor, they told us to trash their old sofa. They'd had it for less than a week, and it was ducking identical to the new one. Although they claimed it was a slightly different shade of teal, it wasn't even that nice of a sofa. But rich people be rich, I guess. My uncle has a criminal history, now owns a car business, but still in contact with old friends. He once told me, if I need something, he knows people I don't want to know. Edit. Yes guys, here's my guy. A friend who was a bit of good girl was doing a sociology project and hung out with a local drug lord for a bit as part of it. When illegal things were happening, he would tell her to leave for a while. He ended up really taking a shine to her, and at the end of the project he gave her his number and said if she ever needed anything to call him. A few months later she called him to just say hi, and he yelled at her not to call unless she needed something done to someone. Being a good person with a connection to organized bad people just blows my mind. I have a coupon guy, a mango guy, an egg guy, and a tamale guy. My friend's wife also makes artsy penises on commission, but I've never taken her up on it. I'm sorry, I'm going to need a definition of makes artsy penises. Are we talking bedazzling my penis, paintings, lawn ornaments? I can absolutely see all of these being options, but the mind spins on the hilarity of all of them. And isn't a coupon guy just your newspaper delivery person? In high school I had a guy who would beat up my bullies for me. Stelio, Cantus, Stelio, and Lewis. Acquiring promotional displays. I work in the props department in film and television. What do you want? I'll get it. Do you know the guy that made the door in the first X-Men movie? I was roommates in university with his kid, and for the life of me cannot remember his last name. No, I do not. Well, we want him anyway. You said you get it. Give me a week. I'll call around Vancouver. I'm the bird feeder guy for a very wealthy man. When he's on vacation, I will go in the morning to fill up the feeders and at night take them down. Edit, since a lot of people are asking, we take them down at night because of the raccoons and skunks. Keep at it. I started as the weed guy for a billionaire. Now I'm director of sales at the biggest cannabis farm in my state. Swimming in the wake of the very wealthy is a pretty common path to modest success. Swimming in the wake of the very wealthy is a pretty common path to modest success. Accountants everywhere. I have an illegal cheese and jerky lady. She owns a farm that sells legitimate animal products farm to table, but she also makes cheese and jerky on the side and sells it only to people she trusts. In Canada we have incredibly strict laws around dairy and jerky products. I have a guy that will duck your life up. Feel free to ask for his number. Bee guy. If you need a hive removed, he is the guy to call to safely and humanely remove the bees without killing them. Rural area. I have about 3 of those guys. They work for the freebies. Horse seamen. Family all own horse ranches and breed. And once at a convention, overheard a woman said she could not find a decent paying male to breed her mare to. I stepped up and shared my connection. I have a guy who knows how to shake vending machines in just the right way. Edit, most schools bolt the machines to the floor, but I have a sneaking suspicion the faculty are putting this off so they can get snacks too. I've literally caught the coaches stealing honey buns. I have a tamale guy. Everyone should have a tamale guy. My tamale guy ghosted me. I'm not sure what happened, but he used to deliver like 24 tamales every few weeks, and it was amazing. I live in Canada, so it's hard to find a good tamal. I had ordered my usual, and he said he would be by the next day. I never heard from the guy ever again. Sorry for your loss. OP didn't know that his guy moved to Mali. I just have one guy for any strange thing I would need to do or want to get. Streamline. Basically, my guy. When you say guy, I think he is a guy who gets you other guys who do things. I'm a wildlife biology student. I have a plant guy, bug guy, reptile guy, fish guy, etc. If I stumble upon something I don't know in the field, I know someone who will know what it is. I don't know if the strangest, but definitely one of my favorite go-to guys is my chicharrones pork rinds guy. He's also my drywall and painter guy, but I reach out more frequently for his homemade chicharrones. I got a guy who will mold your genitals and cast it in the metal of your choosing. That's his specialty. He does other stuff like jewelry and general handicrafts, but he's happy to be known as the metal genital guy. Dude's a character. Edit, a surprising amount of your larding me about custom cock molds. Sorry to break your hearts, but he primarily works with vaginas. He's done some cocks, but mostly just friends or local pornsters. If he's to be believed, he's molded around 1,000 vaginas. I personally think it's probably more like 200, but I don't know him that well. Ornaments. Dicknacks. You want fresh eggs? I know a guy. You want perfectly legal and giftable marijuana grown from a dude's backyard? I know the same guy. I have a wine guy. Literally has over 10k bottles and acts as broker dealer. He has fun stuff and can get things at a much better price than anywhere else. I got a guy named Fat Tony who occasionally texts me about rare but cheap musical instruments. He's always trying to loop me in on his side hustle of finding instruments on eBay and repairing them for sale. One day I get a text that say, "Yo, lazy clock 7316. This is Fat Tony. I got a Hammond organ for ya. 100, and that's how I got my organ." I still have no idea how he got my number or who he really is. We've never met in person. Fat Tony. I have a guy who will diagnose my weird ailments, even if he's planting pumpkins, or cleaning out a chicken coop, or nursing injured birds back to health. I've even sent him pictures at 4 AM of the horrible conjunctivitis that I developed over a 12-hour period, and by 8:30 AM he delivered a prescription of antibiotic eye drops to my house. I have a good friend who is a urologist. As middle-aged men, our group of friends has asked him many a dick question. Building custom Star Wars themed cat towers. I have an ad street and maybe getting another one soon. Edit, she doesn't have a website or build anything for sale. It was more of a favor from a friend. Also it's enormous and heavy and wouldn't really be feasible to ship even if she was willing to sell them. Here's an Imgur post with pictures link. I know a really good worm guy out of Pennsylvania. I have a guy for eggs that sells good quality farm raised eggs for cheap and a guy for mushrooms, the actual eating ones. He's actually an agrarian engineer with an postgrad in something related to mycology and mushroom farming. Honey and beeswax lol. Helped him make a few bee boxes over one weekend and he gave me 5 pounds of the most delicious gold I cold ever asked for. Turned that into mead that I shared with my closest connections for Christmas one year. It was the best alcohol I've ever had in my life. I want it so badly again. But I need his honey first lol.